Beautiful. Whew. We are so blessed with musicians. Yvette leading our music program, and Sarah, and I'm looking at Angie, Marcy's here. I mean, what a blessing. We abound with musical talent. So, yes, to all of our, well, season of hope, a practice of faith. Boy, we've been already hearing that a lot today, haven't we? Yes, but it is that time again that Advent has begun, and it is my job to tell you, Derek, if you can go, you're all pregnant. Yes, guys, you too. You're all pregnant. And what does that mean? Why am I saying this year after year on the first Sunday of Advent? Because you are beginning a new journey. Advent means the arrival or coming of something new. That's what Advent means. It means something significant is coming. And that's why I'm reminding you, just like Mary got word and was, what? How can this be? How can I stand here and tell you you're all pregnant? But you are pregnant with the possibility of something new arriving this Christmas season. And Advent is a story not only about the coming of baby Jesus, it is about the coming of you stepping more and more into your Christ consciousness. Awakening. That is the Advent that I'm here to talk to you about for the next 4 Sundays in the best way that I can get this point across to you. And to me, I can't believe I sit down and I think, oh, I should just pull my notes out from last year or 5 years ago, right? I can't do it. I just can't. Everything changes every year, right? We're all living in a whole different world than we were last year. So everything is new again. And how can I talk to you about this if I don't believe that something new is going to be raised in me and birthed on Christmas morning? That is metaphysics, is we want that to happen to all of us every day. But this season is all about waiting and awakening to this. In unity, we see Advent as about awakening our consciousness. And today we're going to explore how we begin to prepare for Advent, because isn't that what it's about? Preparing, right? Okay, let's think about your Thanksgiving. Who hosted a Thanksgiving dinner this year? Oh, so you prepared, right? Because something was coming. People were coming, and you prepared. And that's what we're doing right now with our own consciousness, to not let what's going on outside there in the world to disturb our awakening to that Christ within. There's 4 weeks in Advent, and this is the first one, hope and faith. The second one next week is going to be about peace. The third one is about staying in the stream of love. And then the fourth one is joy. Isn't that interesting that the fourth one is when the Unity Singers are going to be singing on the Advent Sunday of joy? And is this going to be filled with joy that day? Christmas morning is joy to the world, the Lord has come, right? That Lord is you, their oneness consciousness is coming. You're going to own it more this year than you ever have before. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I am, by gosh. So we're going to go into hope. Let's go ahead. Yeah, hope. Hope awakens to the light within. Hope is the spiritual spark. I'm going to repeat this sentence. Hope is the spiritual spark that says more is possible. Hope opens the door to light. Hope opens the door. Hope is the soul whispering to you, keep going. Hope is the soul whispering to you, keep going. That's relentless hope. I'm going to say that again because I think that's important for you to hear. Hope is the spark that says more is possible. I could go into some stories here, but you know when you have had to draw on hope, whether it's been a loss of a job, whether it's been a health challenge, whether it's been a relationship ending, you have to draw on hope. You have to, in a dark time, you have to look for the light and find the open door, don't you? Or you can just stay in that dark room, which is a downward spiral into deep depression. You need to look for the open door. That is hope. You know, the story of the bamboo tree. Anybody know about that? If they plant a bamboo seed, right? And they water it. And they water it. They water it. Year later, no bamboo. But yet they keep watering it, and they keep watering. Year 2, nothing. Year 3, nothing. Relentless hope keeps watering it, keeps watering it. Faith comes in now. We're believing there's going to be a bamboo tree. How long does it take? Anybody know? 5 years before that. Was that seed dead under there? No, it was preparing to be something huge. And within, I think it's how many months, it grows 25 feet tall. It can. So something amazing was about to happen, but it took 5 years. I found this little story where a minister was telling the story to his congregation about a man circling in a packed grocery store lot just before Christmas. Well, I was thinking about myself at Kroger's just the day before Thanksgiving. Anybody in any of the stores? Right before the holidays, right? Circling and circling, and now he's praying for a parking spot. Anybody done that? Right? Well, he's praying to God. And if you help me find a parking spot, here comes the negotiations. I will be good to my neighbor. I will shovel his sidewalk. Anytime it snows, I'll even put salt down. And right that moment, he's still in conversation with God. The perfect spot opens up right in front of the door. And he pulls in and says, "Never mind, God, I got it." Oh, sometimes hope and faith are working in our lives and we don't even recognize it, do we? Until we step back and say, that was interesting. How did that happen? The other night we were going down Coleraine Avenue and all of a sudden Michael said, "We've made every green light." But we didn't know it till after we went through 8 of them, and you're like, wow. We made every green light. I love this quote from Martin Luther King. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, I got to go there, Derek. Thank you. I'm glad you're keeping me straight here because I want to talk about faith. Faith is the assurance of all things hoped for. Faith, so we've got hope and faith combined because you can't really have one without the other. Okay? Faith is the assurance of all things hoped for. Hope says it could be. Faith says it already is. Hope says hope is the seed. Faith is the soil, the water, and the sunlight. I like that. Hope is the seed. Faith is the soil, water, and sunlight. Faith walks through the open door. But you got to have hope first. You've got to draw on hope to find that light, to find that barely open door, and then your faith steps in and moves you through it. And out the door you go to a whole new realm. The next one's the Martin Luther King quote. We've heard this many times, haven't we? What does it say?
Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole series.
Oh, I could go on a lot of stories about this one. Yep. Let's take our electronic sign out there on Galbraith Road. Kathy had hope. Hope is about having a vision. Okay. 11 years ago, had hope for an electronic sign. And I set the vision. And some seed money started 11 years ago. We just got that sign this year. That's like the daggone bamboo tree, isn't it? I thought about that when I brought that story up. I'm like, that's the bamboo tree. I never gave up hope. And I had faith that someday we are going to have an electronic sign out there. And watered it, gave it sunlight. This is all me in my meditation time, 11 years. And then all of a sudden, here came financial help to be able to make that vision happen. And now we have a sign out there that has nothing but positive messages on it. Every morning, Michael says to me, you better get up. You got to change that sign. Because I'm doing the daily word every day. So I'm about to catch that 7 o'clock backed up traffic. I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm looking at somebody that lives right across the street here. Is it blaring in your window? I turned it down. I turned the brightness down. But anyway, and I think about, there are people in here that have lost jobs. And some of them just recently, just this week. And I look at these people and see them not afraid of the ocean and the waters. Not afraid. They are holding on to hope. They have a vision, and they're holding on to thank you, God, for this or something greater, because it's Advent and something is about to happen. I don't know what that is, but I do know that hope encourages creativity. That's how come we're seeing more and more people starting their own businesses right now. Because of a loss, they are jumping with hope, and the creative juices are starting to flow within them. And things are shifting. And then faith steps in and spirit moves it. I'm telling you real life situations here, people. I'm not just saying Kathy's truth here. There's a story about a little boy and an umbrella. And the community, there had been drought for many, many months. And so the community decided that they were going to come together and meet down at the town square, and they're going to all pray for rain. Well, they all settled down in here, and here comes this little boy, and he's got a bright yellow umbrella. And all the adults are looking at him saying, well, what'd you bring an umbrella for? He said, well, I thought we were praying for rain. Hope and faith is relentless in children, isn't it? I'm looking at Grandpa over there going, You see it in your kids, your little ones especially, because they haven't been tainted yet. They see nothing but hope, nothing but opportunities. You know, I put a Facebook post out there last night because I could start to sense, because texts were coming in about the bad weather coming. And, you know, I don't know if I'll be there tomorrow. And I'm like, first of all, I need to preface that. Before that started happening, Michael said, oh boy, it's snowing out there. And I'm like, what? And I run downstairs. Well, I didn't run. I hobbled because of my knee. And I went outside and went to catch the first snowflake. People, you have that little girl and little boy in you. I'm 71 years old and I still run outside to catch the first snowflake every single year. Right. So I do this Facebook post because I'm sensing that people get, and it's the news media, people, the weather, you know, breaking news. There's a reason they call everything breaking news, because I got to get your attention, right? It's the first snow and it's going to be bad. And now on 275, the lights, you know, that light that tells you, you know, traffic's detour on I-65 or whatever, right? Only now it's saying winter storm warning coming 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. I'm like, oh my God. Ye of little faith. I'll wake up tomorrow and I'll see what it's going to do. I'm not going to lose any sleep over something out there telling me something different. Nothing can disturb my peace that passes understanding. There's a quote, I think it's by Emily Cady. Is that the next one there, Derek? Yeah. Look at this. Pain, sickness, poverty, old age, and death cannot master me. Let me tell you, two of our congregants who recently made their transition, Doc Kemper and Bob Bogus, kept living this example right here. They could not master them, for they are not real. There is nothing in all the universe for me to fear. You want to read that one again? There is nothing in all the universe for me to fear, for greater is he that is within me than he that is in the world, than that news broadcaster, right? Or the person operating the signs on 275. No. Do not let the outer world, destroy your Advent season. Let no one take your hope and faith away from you. Nobody took my hope and faith away. I'm gonna blow something here, and I hope I don't get bad looks from certain people. But I'm going to tell you, there is hope that we redo this stage in the front of the church. And there's a lot of us that have faith that this may... God's calling. Who's got the phone? Answer it. Did I say something wrong? Or was he saying that a girl? So just watch what happens. There's hope and faith. And now you step back. Faith will take action. And it will happen or it won't. And if it doesn't, it's not the right time. And then we can trust these types of things in our lives when they don't happen, because death of the physical body will happen. True? What is it? From the day we were born, we're moving towards our death. Did you ever think about that? Every day is one day closer. I'm not afraid, right? Because it's just letting go of the physical body. So I don't know where I'm going with that one. I need to stop. There is nothing in all the universe for me to fear. Nothing. Let's go to that next one, please. Do I have it? Yeah. This is the season when people of all faiths and cultures are pushing back against the planetary darkness. We're stringing bulbs, igniting bonfires, and lighting candles, and we sing. Do you all know why it's Advent season? Do you know why it's now? Because we're moving towards the darkest day on the planet. Winter solstice. It's the most hours of darkness. Back in the day, 2,000 years ago, they didn't understand. But there was darkness, and they also didn't have electricity. So they lit candles. People were depressed, and they needed to bring light into the world. And so people started lighting candles and more candles, and they started gathering in crowds and singing and celebrating anything they could do to keep their vibration up. They didn't know that word back then, right? But that's exactly what they were doing, is keeping their vibration up, because they knew, hope and faith knew that it was going to get better. It was going to get better. That's why Christmas is at this time of year, people. It's not a real date of the birth, but it's the day of celebrating. So light some candles, hang some lights, play Christmas music, do whatever it takes so that we can bring joy to the world. Lord is come. Let's do our affirmation, please. Let's say this together. Hope inspires me. Faith empowers me. Spirit leads me. Look at these words. Hope inspires you. Where do you need some more hope in your life? If you aren't feeling inspired, then you need to do some meditation around the word hope and what that means. Who got the Advent book? Did everybody get one? Anybody not get one? Okay, we got to get some. Are there more back there? Okay, they're out in the lobby to the right. I had the church buy one for every single person today, because this is a handbook to go through the Advent season. So this is your book to look at every morning. It's a 7-day a week, all the way through Christmas Day. And I think it even then does the 12 days after Christmas. But I didn't get it just for it to go in your recycle bin. Okay, so if that's what you're going to do, then lay it at a doctor's office or somewhere. Give it away. So, hope inspires me. Faith empowers me. So if you're not empowered to move forward, oh, thank you, Liam. Raise your hand if you need a booklet. He's coming by. Are there more? Hey, here. I've got one at home, so there they can have mine. Anyway, Kim's going to look and see if there's any more. And Spirit leads me. Trust. Trust, people. I can't wait. This is an exciting time of year. Go out and look at some Christmas lights. Think about why it's going on this time of year. Because we're all, I don't know about you, but gray days affect me. And then 5 gray days in a row really affect me. So go hang some lights. Go out and look at the lights. Get what you can do to get your vibration up. Because you're pregnant and you're about to birth something new. Namaste. That Christ child in me, that little girl in me, truly honors and sees that Christ child, that little girl or that little boy in each and every single one of you. Namaste, and the next time it snows, catch a snowflake with your tongue. All right, let's see. We've got, yes. Let's take introduce our chaplain today first is Kathy Mountain. And Kathy will be in the prayer room, which is right on the way to the restrooms to the left. And she will be available for private prayer. So I want you to know that if you or you have someone you would like Kathy to pray with you for, please stop in and see that. If you have filled out any prayer requests that are in the pews, if you've filled that out, I want you to hold that for a moment because we're about to bless our love offerings as well. Now, if you are a consistent or sustained giver, meaning that you give electronically, whether you've done it by Venmo, because there's a Venmo code on the bulletin there, you can do that. You can do Zelle. You can do a bank draft. This is however you give electronically. Nowadays, we don't touch our money so much. So this is a representation. So if you give electronically, then I want you to grab one of these in the pew, because that's how you're going to bless your giving. And if you have something to give physically, then put that in your hand as well as your prayer request. After we bless it, then send the prayer request to the center. Kathy will collect them in the prayer box. Chaplains will pray with those prayer requests for 7 days. Then they're sent on to Silent Unity for another 30 days. You're supported immensely here by prayer. So let's say our blessing together here. Next slide. There we go. Ready? I am a joyful giver, and the universe lovingly sustains me. Therefore, divine love expressed through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I have faith in God as my instant, constant, and abundant supply. Thank you, God.